Your RAG pipeline isn't dumb. Your documents are bad chunks, lost hierarchy, tables that hallucinate. Every retrieval miss starts here before the model sees a token. One open source framework turns these into structured documents your model can actually reason over. MIT licensed. Plugs into LangChain, LlamaIndex, and Haystack. It's called Docling. Here are the 5 things this changes for your pipeline. Here's the part nobody admits. The model isn't the bottleneck in your RAG pipeline. Your retrieval is. And retrieval isn't the bottleneck either. Your chunks are. You feed in a PDF. The chunker splits it on character counts. A table breaks across 2 chunks. A heading lives in chunk 4. Its content sits in chunk 5. Captions detach from images. Footnotes float off. By the time the model sees the chunks, half are context-free strings of words. You are asking it to reason over fragments that don't carry their own meaning. Most retrieval misses don't start in retrieval. They start in ingestion. That's where the work is. And almost nobody's fixing it. So what does Docling actually do? You give it a PDF, a scanned image, a slide deck, a screenshot of a table, even an audio file. 5 different formats. Doesn't matter. It runs them through one parser. And what comes out is the same thing every time. A structured document. Not text. A document. With heading hierarchy. Section structure. Tables that stay tables. Captions that stay attached to their images. Provenance, every element knows which page it came from and where on the page. Look at this. Same invoice from a minute ago. But now everything is labeled. The title is a title. Header rows are header rows. Each line item carries the context that it belongs to invoice 4421. The discount belongs to the subtotal. When you chunk this document, the chunks know what they are. You split on section boundaries, not character counts. Every chunk carries its parent context with it. That's the real difference. You are not feeding the model a soup of words. You are feeding it a structured object. Now here's where it gets interesting. Docling ships with something called an MCP server. MCP stands for Model Context Protocol. It's the new open standard for connecting AI agents to external tools. Here's how it works. You run Docling locally. Your agent connects to it over MCP. That agent could be Claude Desktop. Could be LM Studio. Could be Cursor. Now the agent can call Docling like a function. You tell your agent, convert this invoice to JSON. The agent doesn't write parsing code. It sends an MCP message that calls Docling's convert function. Docling processes the file. Sends back a structured response. The agent reads it. Real quick. If you are building agents for production, hit subscribe. We drop one infra deep dive a week. Back to it. The point of MCP isn't convenience. It's interoperability. Same Docling server. Any MCP-aware agent can use it. No custom integration. No glue code. Wire it once. Every agent gets it. This is where it gets dangerously useful. You don't always want the whole document. Sometimes you want specific fields. Invoice number. Total. Line items. Type safe. Validated. Docling lets you define an extraction schema. You declare what you want and what type it should be. Invoice number is a string. Total is a decimal. Line items is a list of item objects with description, quantity, amount. Docling runs the document through. Tries to fill the schema. Now here's the part that matters. If the model hallucinates a wrong vendor name, a wrong amount, a wrong type, the schema rejects it. The extraction fails loudly, not silently. You see exactly which field failed, on which page. That's not just extraction. That's auditable extraction. Every value comes with provenance. Every value is type-checked. You can trust the output enough to put it into a database. An accounting system. A compliance report. For finance, healthcare, legal, this changes the conversation. The bar isn't does the model get it right. The bar is can the schema catch when it doesn't. Now the part everyone asks about. How do you plug this into your RAG? The answer is, you mostly don't have to. Docling ships with native integrations for LangChain, LlamaIndex, Haystack, and LangFlow. In a normal RAG pipeline there are 4 stages. Ingest, embed, retrieve, generate. Docling slots straight into the ingest stage. Your chunker, embedder, vector store, retriever stay the same. The difference is what Docling sends downstream. Instead of one giant text string, it sends a structured document with sections, tables, captions, provenance metadata. Your chunker can split on section boundaries. Your retrieval returns chunks that carry their parent heading. Your generator gets context with structure. Quick question. Which stack are you running? LangChain, LlamaIndex, Haystack, custom? Drop it in the comments. I want to know what we should cover next. Same retrieval engine. Same vector store. Same model. Docling just upgrades the input quality. And that one upgrade is where most of your accuracy gains live. So let's lock in the 5 things that actually matter. 1. Docling turns unstructured documents into structured, hierarchical formats. Better structure in means better retrieval out. 2. The MCP server standardized document processing across agents. Wire it once, every MCP client gets it, no custom glue. 3. Schema validation gives you clean, type-safe data. The extraction fails loudly, not silently. That's what auditable means. 4. Multimodal support keeps images and tables with provenance. Page numbers. Bounding boxes. Full traceability. 5. It's open source, MIT-licensed, under the Linux Foundation. Which means you can run it on-prem, air-gapped, inside finance, healthcare, legal. 5 points. 1 shift. Your documents stop being the weak link. So where does this actually land in the real world? 3 places, right now. Enterprise agents. Point an agent at your invoices, reports, contracts, and it can query them accurately because the documents are finally structured. Regulated industries. Run Docling on-prem, fully air-gapped. Your sensitive documents never leave the building. Finance and healthcare can finally use RAG without a compliance fight. And multimodal retrieval. Technical manuals, scientific papers, anything where the diagram is the point. The images and tables come through with the text, not stripped out. Same engine underneath. The unlock is the quality of what you feed it. Remember the desk from the start. The PDF, the scan, the invoice, the screenshot. The mess we said your model couldn't reason over. Here it is again. Except now every piece is parsed. Headings tagged. Tables intact. Captions attached. Provenance on every element. Same content. Different reality. That's the whole idea behind Docling. You were never going to fix retrieval by swapping models. You fix it by fixing the input. Structure first. Everything downstream gets better for free. If this gave you one idea you'll actually use, do 3 quick things. Hit like, so it reaches more builders. Subscribe for the next deep dive. And tell me in the comments what you are going to point Docling at first. This is Ajay Sharma AI, where I break down the AI tools that actually move the needle. So subscribe and stick around. Go structure your documents. I'll see you in the next one.